I'm your host, Destiny Sidwell.
I'm also your host, Sara.
And this is Bookmark'd.
Three, two, one. Hey, y'all.
Okay, where's that coming from?
And I'm just feeling
forgot
southern
this was
today.
A podcast. Forgot this was a podcast. Just started talking without the microphone.
Mic on the ground, whole episode.
Yeah, no. Imagine. I don't think anybody would have told me either. I would have literally just had mic on floor the whole entire time.
I wouldn't have known. You'd be editing it. Oh my god. At least we're recording on so many different devices. We'd get your audio from something.
Somewhere, unfortunately, they're getting my voice somewhere.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Bookmark. Welcome to Bookmark'd. We've got a fun little episode today. Why not? You know how
some may call it fun.
You know, I think it's a fun episode. Do you have a DOTE today? Should we start right on the DOTE?
Yeah, I just have water with lemon in it.
All right.
I've been... Well, that's not true. I was about to say I've been slacking on my water intake. Just yesterday, I swear I don't drink water at an airport.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do it.
You need a fun drink.
Not even that. I just can't drink anything at the airport.
Oh. Is there a reason? Or it's just like you don't drink?
I don't know. You want to know something about me? I don't really drink anything. Period. I don't drink. I'm always dehydrated. No, but it's like hard for me. Like I'm never thirsty.
Yeah, I found I have to force myself to
drink.
Unless I have a fun drink, then it's like I would like to drink way more than if I had water. I also have water. I started 75 Soft.
Oh yeah, you showed me that last week.
Did I tell you that?
How's that going? Yeah.
I think it's been a week. We started the 31st. Me, Chris, and Danny. Danny is Chris's cousin. And the 31st, we started and it ends on my birthday. So that just feels really fun. Because then I could, do all the things I'm not doing. But my rules, we all have like different rules for ourselves since it's like soft. So it's not as strict, obviously. But I have to drink 4 of these a day. Do you know this is the hardest part? 4 32-ounce Awalas. Before this started, drank maybe one a day. Like, if I'm lucky, I'll drink 1 a day. So I drink a gallon of water, which is 4 of these. I do 2 workouts a day, except Saturdays and Sundays. Those I can do 1. So I do a walk or whatever. It's nice out now. Well, sometimes it's nice out, so I did 1 or 2 walks outside. And what was my other rules? One of all of our rules was only drinking once on the weekend, but I don't really drink, so that one isn't really affecting me. And then we're eating home cooked meals and relatively healthy, except Saturdays we can have a date night and crash out a little bit on the food. But it's nothing strict. I think it was just we all wanted to have better habits, and we were we might as well just do it all together, do a little soft version of the challenge and see what happens. So going strong on week 2.
And then it'll be week 3, and I don't know how many weeks are in 75 days, but...
All I know is it's April, May. It's 2.5 months, I believe. So.
Ow.
Oh. Are you okay?
Yeah, I just scratched myself really bad.
Oh my god, I thought you got a really bad headache shock.
A brain blast.
And you're like,
I'm having a brain blast. I'm having a brain blast. Anybody else watch Jimmy Neutron growing up?
I did. I did.
I loved it. Confession really quick for everybody. Sometimes when I can't sleep at night, which is every night, I will search up gameplay of, I don't know if anybody else used to play the Nicktoons games that were on the GameCube, but my brother had them because it was his system and he would let me watch. And so I watch 4-hour gameplays in the middle of the night.
Oh, you always watch the most insane things. Destiny's not up watching New Girl. No, she's deep diving into something.
Oh, did I tell everybody about one night I couldn't sleep? It was 3 o'clock in the morning, and I guess I was watching the video loud because Isaac turned over to see what I was watching. I was watching somebody make a meal that they would have on airplanes back in the 50s, but while he made the meal, he told you the history of flying and like the comfortability of flights like back in the 50s and 60s and why it changed into what it is now. Because like if you look back at old, like in the 50s and 60s, like it was it seemed so comfortable. Like there was 2 seats, you got like a huge like meal buffet that came with it.
Yeah,
and I guess,
but everyone's smoking. Everyone's got a cigarette.
It's just crazy. And I was literally so enthralled in it. And then he turned over and he was like, what is going on?
You just have like very specific knowledge on things from the things that you watch in the middle of the night. Do you wake up and it feels like a fever dream? You're like just no, you just remember doing it. Okay.
Yeah, and then I'm like, hey, guess what I watched last night?
It.
Oh no, I picked it because it's like since I watch random stuff in the middle of the night when I scroll, you know, like when you have to scroll down your YouTube a little bit to find something to watch. That's where they live because they're like, oh hey, it's this time of night.
You and Chris both
like,
do it. Like he'll text me in the morning and be like, guess what I watched last night? It's like nothing I could guess. You both have just random knowledge.
I know that we've referenced it before, but one time I texted Sarah in the middle of the night of the Roman Empire video I was watching.
Yes. I've gotten
just
many
the
texts
history of it.
about what you're watching, and it's, again, never what I could guess.
I like to keep them guessing. I like to never know my next move, as all of you guys know, huh?
Yeah. Honestly, like, I knew your next move, and even I was jaw-dropped. I was like, you told me you were posting, and I was shocked. I opened my Instagram, I was like, no. Like,
the only thing I'll say is that me and Sarah had a conversation about the caption, and I told her, oh yeah, I don't know, like I'll probably just put like a heart or something. She goes, really?
like nothing else. Like, what do you mean? But we were
like,
talking
maybe
about
you should
it.
come up with something.
No, but all of the captions that like I was thinking of just felt very cringy and not Destiny. So like the heart just it makes sense, you know, just drop it with a heart.
Yeah, Sarah was trying to help me. She's like, well, what about this? And I was like, I'm cringing at everything that we're saying. You're just going to do that.
Yeah, and as soon as I saw it, at least you picked like a cute little custom kind of heart. Like not like an emoji. It was like a
Do you want to know what I did?
One.
I typed up, I was like, because you know on your computer, those are on your computer. Like you scroll over. I was like, why aren't these on my Apple keyboard on my phone? So I looked up.
Apple keyboard on my phone.
Instead
of on my phone. You said Apple keyboard. I've never heard someone call it that. Yeah, but like the full government name. You said Apple keyboard on my phone. That was funny.
The Apple keyboard on my iPhone 15 Pro Max. I was looking for it, and I don't even know if that's a phone I have. But anyway, I just typed up, I was like, heart symbol, copy and paste. Really took me back to, if anybody else did this, 2014 era, the apps where you could like, oh my gosh, this was like a virus waiting to happen. You could download for your phone, and it would like be either you could change your keyboard, and it would be like pink and hearts on it, and then it would change all of the app settings, and it would like, you would download little pictures for the apps.
I did, yeah, you could put different pictures, so you can have like a whole theme on your phone, but it was like...
Yep.
It was a separate app, so when you clicked the app, it would take you somewhere else before it opened the app. It 100% virus waiting to happen. But it was fun. It was such like a niche thing that people were doing. It's like you opened Instagram and people were like posting like what their new keyboard was or whatever.
That was such a time. Excited. I used to look it up on Pinterest. I used to be like, Tumblr, like a home screen background on my iPad, by the way. Didn't have a phone. iPad.
Did you ever see, like, did people around you on Instagram when they posted pictures, was there ever a time where, like, it wasn't just, like, a picture posted, there was, like, a white border around it, or, like, a black border?
Of course. I was there for the white border.
It took me weeks to figure out how they were doing that. Like,
and I know you were eating that up. I know you were waiting to do it.
All of my posts. I would post one, like, every morning before school. I wish I had those pictures so bad. I only archived
know what
a few.
I was doing? I was doing the you would go to like PixArt or something, and I would get like the tribal like like the elephant print that was viral during that time. I would like look that up on Pinterest, 12 by the way, and I would put that behind a photo, like a selfie of me.
Yeah.
That's what I was into.
What a time! And then it like kind of came back when like Visco Girl was a thing, and like you put like I had a picture of me with like sunglasses on, but like over like the frames I put like a rainbow and like a tie-dye on the other one.
the editing during the VSCO era, and I'm not just talking about the filters, like the actual like colored filters, like to make the photo different colors. I'm talking the like you said, like editing like a random like background from Pinterest into the background of your photo, like replacing the sky with like a Pinterest background, or those silver stars that everybody was putting on their posts.
Holy shit.
Eating it up. Actually, I was obsessed.
Seriously, what a time. The kids nowadays, they don't get it. No.
But you know what? I like that now Instagram, like everybody does like photo dumps, because I'm like, it kind of gives me OG Instagram vibes of like people, like when Instagram was first a thing, people would just post.
Yeah, whatever.
Like it was just like, it was just a post.
That's why I love a dump too. It's like you're not like taking a picture to like pose for Instagram. It's like you're posting all the pictures that are just like some recent pictures, and it's like fun. You can kind of like see into what people are up to. I do.
Fun. I love knowing what people are up to.
How was your trip to Florida? How was your week? You want to get into that at all? How was Disney?
I guess I could get into it. How was my week in Florida? The Florida vacation was giving family vacation.
What you would expect.
It's like, but you know, like, y'all know the family vacation dynamic where it's like somebody's arguing. Stuff's going down every day. Something is happening. We were staying in a resort, and you want to know one thing? Traffic so bad every single day to go literally anywhere. And if there's one thing about me, I'm a traffic hater. I don't know if anybody else is a traffic hater. Like me saying that, like nobody else.
Don't know one person that likes traffic.
I know.
They get into traffic, they're like, yes.
They're like, yes. That only happens to me if I'm avoiding going somewhere. Like if I have to go to like an appointment of some sort that I don't want to go to and there's traffic, I'm like, thank you.
Oh no.
Like, yes.
If I have an appointment and there's traffic, I will start sweating. I'm like, I can't be late.
I'm talking though like an appointment that I don't want to go to. Only time if I'm like, let this traffic do its thing. But it was really fun. My feet hurt so bad. Like at the end of the night, I would take my socks and shoes off, and my feet, you could not tell the difference from like my leg to my feet. Like you could not see my ankles. Yeah, I was so swollen. I was like, oh yeah, having the best. And my back, I was like, oh my gosh, like what is going on with me? It was just really taking a toll on me. But I did meet some characters, which is worst nightmare, by the way. But my mom was like, we have the photo pass, so like you should do it because like you get these photos. And I was like, okay. She literally made me stand in line to meet Pluto. Made me.
Your mom is me.
No, she is. And I was like, we get up to the line, and then right when we get in line, they were like, okay, he's going to leave for a few minutes. Obviously, great. No one, like, you know, like, he needs to go take your break. It was literally over 90 degrees.
Yeah, he needed to get out of that
outside
costume.
And I was like, oh, yeah, let's just go. Like, I'm not going to stand around waiting, like, whatever, for him to come back. My mom was like, no, we're going to wait. I was like...
Your mom really wanted to meet him. She wasn't doing it for you.
Yeah, she really wanted me to. If you look at any picture, I have some that I didn't post. If you look at any picture of me meeting a character, you will see on my face that I'm uncomfortable. I actually have a phobia of people in costume. I don't know if I've ever really spoke about this before. If you watch my face anytime I'm in a picture with somebody in a costume, I'm afraid.
When I was younger, I was scared of them. We would go to Hershey Park a lot, and they had like the chocolate bar dress up or whatever. And then when I would scream bloody murder. My mom would have to turn the stroller around. And then when I finally started liking them was when I went to Great Wolf Lodge, and they have like story times at night, and the wolf comes out sometimes, and he came out, and I was like, I love it here, and I gave him a hug.
We watched the fireworks. My mom loves the Disney fireworks. Disney fireworks are a slay if you're ever able to see them, but I only like the beginning. So we like secured our spot to watch the beginning of them, and then we left before like everybody else left, because that's like when everybody leaves, because that's them closing down the park. So obviously I was anxious, and I was like, we need to get out for all these people. But the beginning's really cute. Like, it's like a whole entire monologue about like happily ever after. It's like somebody talking, and I'm like, it's so cute. But then like once we get to the princesses singing, I'm done. I'm like, I don't care. Like, this is like,
I saw them once, but it was so cold out. We also left, I think, before it was over. But it truly is magical what they do with it. It's like a whole show. It's not just fireworks. It's like a performance of some sort.
We did we also went to Animal Kingdom for the first time, and we went on a safari. We went on safari, which was cool.
The safari?
No.
I was going to say, I feel like you wouldn't like a safari.
But my niece loves animals, and she was screaming with joy the entire time. Like, anytime she saw an animal, she would scream, and she was like, elephant! It was like...
Oh my god, I love her.
Yeah, she was like, it's so big. If anybody also wants to know, unhinged moment from this trip. We had my niece and my cousin with us, my little cousin. And my little cousin asked my mom to record her jumping into the pool. So my mom's recording. And I'm standing there in my swimsuit. And I'm like watching Mila. And Mila's off camera. But at the start of the video, you just hear Mila tell me, just her voice, Des, your belly is so big.
If anyone was going to clock you during this, like, whole journey, it's Mila.
Oh, no. Another thing is, she hasn't seen me in a while because I've been gone back at home. So, she comes to the airport. Y'all, I'm like, oh, come give me a hug. I had on, like, a tank top and some biker shorts. Why does she not make eye contact with me, looks me up and down, and just starts staring at my stomach?
I love her so much, like, truly.
And then,
I, like, need the video.
I know. But I did finish our book club book while I was there.
Yeah, we finished it, I think, in, like, the same few days.
Not to brag, but I'm not finishing it last minute this time.
You have a whole month, and when the next month comes... Who cares? You're already done. Exactly. Read whatever you want now.
Exactly.
All right.
I feel free.
Anything now? Anything new?
Still listening to the Let Them Theory.
It took me so long to get through that, like, just listening to it. It was, like, a few minutes a day.
Yeah. I feel like for me, I'm like, I love that book, but I'm like, it's when I need motivation. Like, I can't just, like any other audiobook, I'm like, oh, I'll just sit and, like, play Animal Crossing and listen to my audiobook for a while. Or, like, I'll clean and listen to my audiobook. With that, since it's so motivational, I have to be in the mood. Yeah. So sometimes, like, if I'm working out or if I'm on a walk, I'm like, oh, I'll listen to the Let Them Theory. Because I feel like, but then I really feel kind of like, what is the word that I'm looking for? I don't know. I don't feel like the best version of myself when I'm doing that for some reason. But I love the book. So listening to that. And then I'm in the middle of the Conditions of Will, right? There's a the. There's a the.
Yeah, there's a the.
There's a the.
Why did I say it again?
Very surprising. Has been catching me off guard by how much I'm enjoying it so far. It has her signature writing, which I love. Like, there's so many. I am obsessed with the way Georgia is written. Like, what she's studying in school and how that represents her as a character and what she does.
The way it plays into the story too. I just finished that. I don't know if that was yesterday or the day before.
Yeah, I've been going slow with it because I'm really enjoying it, which is really so unlike me, because usually if I like something, I'm like, I need to read it.
That's what I did. I kind of, like, just binged it because I couldn't put it down. I was just so invested, and I'm so mad I did that. Because, like, I want to, like, read it again. Like, I just should have waited or, like, took my time.
I did just see Sarah's TikTok right before we filmed, so I know that she's in the middle of deep cuts right now, and her next book is Fearless, and I'm looking out of the corner of my eye, because I did go to Barnes & Noble yesterday, and y'all, I said I wouldn't let FOMO get to me.
Yeah, I told you I'd let you know.
I know, but I can't control it, because I had to get other books from Barnes yesterday, and I saw Fearless on the table, and I was like, but I have the other two books. Like, I have read the other two books in the series. Like, there's just one more. Finish. That's what I'm saying.
I will say, Reckless was how many pages? Like 300? It was shorter than I thought. I didn't realize how thick it was. I picked it up. It's like almost 600 pages, I'm pretty sure. I don't want to look.
That makes sense. That makes sense, though, because think about it. It's the end.
Yeah, I think I was just shocked because Reckless was so short. I don't really know why I didn't just expect this to be a big book. Because there's so much we have to, like, figure out and conclude. But I'm excited to see how they do that, because I didn't love Reckless, so we'll see. This is my next. We all know
my feelings on Reckless, but I was like, I can't. Also, just because I didn't like Reckless, like, I really, really, really loved Powerless, and I'm like, I can't let the middle book deter me from finishing it,
especially because it was like a filler book or whatever. So,
oh God, was it a filler book? That's the most filler I've ever seen a filler book be.
That was like the definition of a filler book.
I fear it could have been a duology. I'll die on that hill.
I stand by that too. Well, speaking of all of these new releases, there's a lot of book news that I'd like to share with the class.
I love when there's book news. I love it. I love sharing my opinions.
Okay. First, what color did we guess the next Rose Hill book was going to be? I think I said yellow.
I said that royal blue, remember?
Okay.
Is it purple?
Yeah, it's purple, which is cute.
Purple.
The covers of this series and all of them next to each other, I think, is like one of my favorites, like all lined up. I think it's really, really pretty. So we revealed that Wild Card is going to be purple, which is cute. And what else was it?
They're all kind of neon colors.
Yeah. Like it's a brighter purple. Oh.
Like,
she also revealed a new series called Emerald Lake.
Which is where the guy lived in Wildside, right?
I didn't finish it. I don't know. Is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where the guy from Wildside, like, that's the neighborhood that he lived in.
Oh, okay, this makes sense. I was wondering how it's all interconnected. That makes so much sense. Because it says, this series centers around a family who owns a struggling horse farm, and it's a spin-off of Chestnut Springs and Rose Hills. And it's going to be, I think it's another 4-book series, I believe. Yeah. For these 4 books, I've retained, And additionally, the deal with the new series, it says it includes 2 standalones that she can't tell us anything about, but there will be.
Inside of the series, there's 2 standalones?
She didn't say anything if it's just 2 standalones, period, or along with the series, she just said.
Interesting.
With the deal.
Also, my brain can't focus on anything else except asking if you got a new phone.
Ah, I did! Thank you for noticing.
That's the first time I saw your phone, and I was like, why? This was my thought process. I was like, okay, whenever I get a new phone, I also quickly get one of the Apple silicone cases, and I was like, I wonder if she got a new phone, because she's waiting on a new case.
Yes, because when I was filming in Florida, I take clips on my phone, and I had Chris take a few clips for me, and his camera's so good, he got the newest phone, and like the whole back of my old phone, if you remember, was like so cracked. Yeah. So I was like, it's time to get a new phone at this point, so I did, and I'm waiting for my Burger package to show up. That's why I have the Apple case on here.
I also have a Burger package that I'm waiting on. Anyway, continue. I had to focus. I was like, I have to ask.
So you're the first person to notice, so thanks. That was it for Elsie Silver News, but did you see her April Fool's joke that she played?
No. Because I detest April Fools,
yeah,
but
you
continue.
Don't like April Fools. So, what?
Because you accidentally said foos. You're like, yeah, you don't like April Foos. I was like, why did that just tickle me so bad?
Aw. I'm glad that got you. She posted as if there was a new book coming out called Ageless, and it said book 6 in Chestnut Springs, and it says the epic love story of a widow and her father-in-law, and it looks like how she reveals books, like the perfect graphic, and it's about Willa and Cade. So Cade passes away, and Willa ends up with Harvey. Is that his name?
Harv.
Is that the dad?
Yeah, Harvey. I think so.
So she was pretending it was a story about Willa and Harvey, and I think a lot of people did see it, but then it said April Fool's at the end of like the whole slide, and it looked like a real like book announcement or whatever, and I thought that was funny because everyone loves Cade, so she chose him to kind of like play a joke on, I guess.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I thought that was funny. Let me find this before I start talking about it, 'cause I don't know what the name of it is. Can't find it? Well, while I scroll, I'll just say that Lila Sage is coming out with, I think, a duology, and it's really interesting because I think it comes out closer to like either September or October, and I think it's paranormal.
I love when authors like try something different. Like she did her cute little cowboy romances, and now like jumping to a different genre. I like.
Yeah, instead of doing like another country.
Yeah,
because I feel like it could get too similar. I can't find it. I didn't make this up.
Maybe you did. Me gaslighting you?
Lila Sage new duology.
I'm also trying to find it.
Okay, they acquired a new duology and 3 novellas from Lila Sage. Ooh. It's entitled Sweetwater. Sweetwater Peak, and it's described as a small-town romance duology following twin sisters who work at their family's antique shop in Wyoming, and the sisters couldn't be more different if they tried, except for the fact that they are both able to communicate with ghosts. It's a contemporary take on a Western Gothic romance.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, that sounds interesting, and I'm pretty sure it comes out, like, closer to, like, Halloween time. Which
It's a good mix of, like, what she's already doing and then something fresh.
Yeah, I wonder if it's going to be, like, rom-com-y, ghosty, like a mix of all of that.
Yeah, probably.
Like a funny version of like a paranormal.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I thought that was fun and it feels unique. So maybe that'll be our book club book.
Maybe.
Season.
Oh my god, Charlie is laid in
underneath
a circle.
you?
No, she's in her bed now.
Okay, not done.
Okay.
So Stephanie Garber, her new book that's coming out, Alchemy of Secrets, which I think is her first, is it adult book? Well, she came out with the covers of it, which I don't know how I feel. This is what it looks like.
It's giving fiction. Like, you know, like when fiction books just... It's giving Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, that one cover of it. Not the whatever cover, but the cover where it's like majority of just like her body.
Mm-hmm. It's reminding me of like a magical realism. I don't really remember what the summary of this one was, though. It says... Where's the summary? Oh, okay. There's a Barnes & Noble Technicolor edition. There's a Target edition. There's a Canadian Indigo edition. And they're all limited. So once they sell out, they're not going to be reprinted. Wow, that's a lot of different editions, but they're all just different text colors and sprayed edge colors. I don't really know what's inside. I think there might be bonus content. Myths and legends and puzzles and mysteries with a love interest or two. Is it? No, I'm thinking of Jennifer Lynn Barnes that loves a triangle.
And I hate a love triangle.
Well, I guess you could say Once Upon a Broken Heart was a triangle.
Was it?
Like, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. Maybe the first book.
Yeah, there were definitely two male main characters, maybe not two romantic interests. Okay, that's my next news. And then my last news, which is a really exciting one, is that the next book in, what is this called? The One in Rome series, The Last Sister, the cover got revealed, and it's coming January of next year, and the cover is so cute. The art of all these covers are just so cute. This one's about Madison, I believe her name is. Chef and Farmer, Not So Love Triangle, another one, and Oh So Tender.
What is that book called? What is the last book called?
Beg, Borrow, Steal?
Yes. We got a lot of, like, Easter eggs for that book of, like, Madison's book. And I'm, like, really shipping her and him. Like, I don't want anybody else.
I liked the crumbs that they gave, though. Because then she went to New York. But, like, she, like, low-key wants to come back home.
Yeah. But then, like, when she came back home, he was, like his mannerisms around her, like, you could tell he's, like, obsessed with her.
Yeah. And I loved it. He was so cute because he was so, like, fumbling around when she, like, came back home. But you can tell that he likes her. I'm really excited. Because it feels like it's one that, like, he has probably liked her forever. Aw. Yeah, I'm excited for that one. But that doesn't come out until January of next year. Now that we have all our book news out, should we talk about a few books we'd like to read this spring? I know you just posted a bunch.
But y'all can hear me talk about it again.
Because
Sarah's also going to tell you books that she wants to read this spring.
Yeah, I'll tell you a few.
I'll give you a little sprinkle.
Yeah.
I feel like there's new ones that I have now on my spring TBR. Just adding to it.
All right. Well, my first one was Ready or Not, but I actually read that, so I can cross that out now.
Oh.
Hell yeah. Okay. I would like to read Our Infinite Fates. Have you been seeing that one around?
I think I got that in my Book of the Month box.
Oh, yeah. It was with Book of the Month. It's actually didn't really read the summary, and I've been avoiding everyone that's talking about it because I don't want to hear anything. But what I do know is they're, like, in every lifetime, something. That's all I know, actually. And I really want to read it. I saw one, like, little quote, and I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to like that. So I've been avoiding anyone talking about it, but I really want to read that after all of like these new releases that I'm on my radar.
Ow. Yeah, I've had that one sitting for a while because I'm trying to get back into my fantasy, what do you even call that? Era? So I have a few fantasies on my TBR. I want to read Fearless, but I want to read Fearless when everybody else is reading it. Again, I have succumbed to FOMO once more because I was not including it in literally any of my TBRs or any of the new releases that I was excited about. Because if I'm going to be honest with everybody, I'm not. Like, I'm not excited. But that doesn't mean that I'm going into the book with negative feelings. It's just that it wasn't, like, one of these new releases that I was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to get my hands on it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I'm literally, like clenching my teeth, can't wait to read it. Like, no, that's not something that's happening. But, you know, curiosity, and when you've already dedicated so much into a series, I have to see my way out of it. You
might as well read the next one. Now that you also see other people, maybe you're going to see a lot of people saying they loved it, and they're going to want to read it even more.
I've seen a little bit of, but not enough, because I feel like I don't interact with content from that book, so I don't get a lot of it. But I'm sure after, you know, my phone listens to me saying this, I'll log on to TikTok and see all of that.
Yeah, I haven't seen any, like, videos or anything about it yet, thankfully. Nothing's even been spoiled or anything. So, I also have, Deep Cuts is on here too. Get to cross that off.
Love that.
I want to read, or I want to listen to Tom Lake, because I know you recommend it all the time too, but my absolute queen who I did a project on in elementary school, Meryl Streep, the audio narrator, I need to listen to it. So that's on my radar. And the cover just screams spring, so I feel like now's the time.
Does it not? And I love the story. Also the vibe and setting of that book is very springy.
Isn't it about the mom telling her story to her kids or something like that?
Yeah, she's like telling her daughters about like her time like acting when she was younger. But like modern day, they live on a cherry farm and it's so cute.
Okay, yeah.
I think it's cherries.
I definitely want to read that one.
My next one that I don't think that I mentioned in the video, or did I? I don't know, I can't remember. Summer in the City by Alex is that Alex Astor?
Astor, yeah.
It's because it's being sold to me as a 2000s rom-com. Like, I'm thinking like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, because that one takes place in New York City, and I'm absolutely obsessed with that movie. It's one of my comfort movies for sure, but it's also like just one of my favorite rom-coms. So if it can give me like that vibe, but it's a billionaire romance.
Oh, is it? I didn't know like the summary of it. I just know it's a rom-com.
I only know that because I just caught up on Rachel's video and she was reading it, and they were talking about how it was a billionaire romance.
Chris's sister just read it and she really liked it, and it's cute because I saw her copy of it, and like the map in the front is cute. Like the whole aesthetic of the book is really, really cute, and I've heard people say like the name dropping of like New York spots is fun. Like if you've been to New York or you live in New York, like seeing all like the places you go to written about in it. So I'm excited to read it too. Maybe I'll add that to actually, I might save that one for summer, just because it's in the title.
Yeah, because yeah. I see your thought process there.
Maybe the end of spring. This one's not springy like at all, but I want to read. I think it's pronounced Anathema. I don't know how to say it, but it's by Carrie Lake, and she wrote Nocticadia, which I enjoyed last year. And this isn't spring book at all, but it's like a dark. Actually, it might be dark fantasy, but it's a duology, and I think the second one comes out. It might be soon, because I've been putting it off to wait till the next one comes out, because I didn't want to read it and then be on a cliffhanger. I'd rather just like get the two of them read close together. Oh, it comes out in September, so not like that close, but I really want to read it because I like Nocticadia, and I've been wanting to read another one of her books, and I've been seeing a lot of good reviews for this one. I don't really know what it's about, but I added it to my TBR.
I'm trying to pull up because I had my April TBR. Spring TBR, sorry. Passion Project. I got it in my Book of the Month box, but then I saw somebody make a video, and I forget the third book. I wish I remembered what the third book was, but they had Promise Me Sunshine and Passion Project in, and said that they gave the same vibes. And since I really liked... since I liked those two, I feel like that one would be a good one.
After I read the summary of Passion Project, it reminded me of that, because they have, like, the same, like, list thing in the city to, like, I don't know, find passion again. It's, like, a different premise, but, like, kind of, like, the same concept. So
yeah, I saw somebody do a little aesthetic of it, and it was so cute, and I was like, okay. An aesthetic video will sell me every time.
Yeah, me too. I keep getting TikToks now after finishing The Conditions of Will of, like, aesthetics of that, like, I guess, like, Pinterest pictures, but my brain is so bad when reading. Like, I didn't picture anything like that, but, like, after seeing them, like, this is, like, so good. Like, I wish I saw those aesthetics before I read the book so I could picture it.
Do you know, I said this because of how I'm reading it right now. I did not watch The White Lotus any of the seasons, and I definitely haven't watched season 3, but if anybody else has been keeping up with it on TikTok, it's one of those shows that I won't dedicate my time to, unfortunately, because, like, everybody else posts so much about it that I can't escape from it. So I don't know what her name is in the show, but Parker Posey, that plays, like, the mom of the family, and they're, like, a rich family from, like, the South. Like, I think it's, like, South Carolina or something like that. And since The Conditions of Will takes place in South Carolina, I literally imagine George's family as the family from White Lotus.
Yeah, that makes sense. For some reason, I kept no really correlation other than just having money, but, like, Schitt's Creek family. Like,
no,
for no reason.
It gives those vibes too.
I kept
except they're, like, funny.
Picturing them. Yeah, they have humor. But yeah, it's an interesting book. My next one I'm really excited for, and I'm actually counting down the days, and I actually can't wait for this to come out, and that's Rewind It Back by Liz Tom Ford. So excited. I signed up for the book signing, and I am bringing Play along with me, and I am so excited to thank her. Like, I'm like, from the bottom of my heart, I'm gonna thank her for creating him, and then also thank her for the series, but, like, most
for Isaiah specifically. Yes.
Yeah. I literally am so excited about it.
Is his last name Rhodes? You know what you should put on your spring TBR? All roads lead here by Mariana Zapata.
So, yeah, maybe I will, just because it has, his last name.
Well, no, it is very springy because she's, like, very outdoorsy, and, like, so is he.
Okay.
But, you know, like,
right now.
Mariana Zapata, Queen of Slow Burn, which I actually like with her books. She does it right.
Yeah, Wait For It I recently read, and that was really good. Slow Burn. It was a good story, too.
Let me see. Oh. Obviously, I put It's a Love Story by Annabelle Monaghan. This comes out in May, but still. I still don't know what this book is about. I know that we talked about it, like, at the beginning of the year, we talked about it, and I was like, who knows? Who knows?
What's it called? It's a love story?
Yeah, but remember, we looked it up and we got confused. Like, the summary is so confusing.
Okay. Let's try it again. Okay. It's a novel about a former adolescent TV punchline who has left her awkwardness in the rearview mirror thanks to a fake it till you make it mantra that has on the cusp.
No. No. Like, I'm like, what?
Oh, okay. So it says, she tells a lie that sets her on a crash course with her past, spending a week in Long Island with the last man she thinks might make her believe in love. But, like, she's playing a lie? Hey, I don't know. We're just going to have to go into this one.
No, but see what I mean?
Blind.
No, we've read the summary, and I'm like, I don't understand. I'm just going to read the book.
It says, Jack may have been her first kiss and greatest source of shame, but she hasn't spoken to him in 20 years. And now she must turn to the last man she'd ever want to owe, Dan Finnegan. I'm sorry? It doesn't...
What? Like, see? That doesn't make any sense.
Oh, she's using Dan as an in to get into the festival that Jack is playing in Dan's hometown. But a week in close quarters with Dan while facing down her past is Jane's idea of hell. But Dan might just surprise her. Who's the love interest? Is it Jack or Dan?
It's giving Dan. I
think it might be Dan, but she wants it to be Jack, but, like, it's not.
I fear it might be Dan.
All right. Well, we'll find out. Maybe that'll be our book club book for that month. I'm also excited for that one. I'm also excited for... Also, this comes out in May, I believe. The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig.
Oh, yeah.
For this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked One Dark Window, and I think it was interesting. So I'm excited to read this one, which I feel like vibes are similar, like the same, like, type of fantasy. style. So I'm excited for that. But I think it's like the end of May, so like we're getting into summer a little bit.
I see, like, I'm trying to dip my toes back into fantasy, but I feel like some fantasy I just can't get into in the summertime like that. So I feel like with that one, I'll probably have to save it for the fall time. Like, it's giving me a fall vibe.
Yeah, that makes sense. I tried to, well, the Will of the Many's on my list too, and I just had it on my Libby app. Like, I got my hold after, I think, like, 5 months it was on hold, maybe more. And I was like, I'll read it when it comes. Like, I'm just gonna, like, wait for the right time. And I just got it, and it's in the middle of all these new releases, so I had it on hold for however long I had, and then I gave it back, and I was like, it's not the time. Because I'm not in the mood for, like, a higher type of fantasy like that. Like, I'll read maybe, like, a romantasy type right now if I were to. I don't know why, I'm just, like, haven't been in the mood for it all year. But I really want to read that.
That's me waiting on my hold right now, but this one does give me spring vibe. Don't ask me why I feel this way, but I'm trying to read, what's the first book in the Infernal Devices? But I'm waiting on my Libby to get it from Libby. Is it Clockwork Prince? I think it's Clockwork Prince or Clockwork Angel.
Clockwork Angel,
something.
Yeah.
Clockwork Angel. That's what I'm waiting on, that copy at the library right now.
All right. Is that after the 3 that you read in the beginning? Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah, because that's the first in the Infernal Devices trilogy, and then you go back to the Mortal Instruments, and I don't know the reading order from there of the other series.
There's just so many. I also saw that this is being made into, I believe, a movie, and I want to read it. I've been wanting to read it for a while. I don't know why I haven't, but I've been, like, noticing it all the time. And that's Remarkably Bright Creatures. I feel like we've talked about that one before, too.
Yeah, I think when we talked about it, I was like, it's one of those books where we talk. It was in the episode of, like, books that we should read versus books that we'll never read. And I think I referenced that as, like, a book I should read because you just see so, or maybe you did.
One of us did. I know we've talked about it before.
One of us referenced it, but I can never get myself to read it. Like, I look at it in Target specifically, and I'm like, it's always right there, and I'm like, I just can't. Yeah. I don't know why.
I know, I want to read it so bad. I saw, it was, like, on my Explore page. I think it was the author and, like, one of, like, those, like, movie chairs. And I was scrolling through, and I was like, I wonder what book they're making into a movie. And it was that one. And I was like, oh, I guess it's my sign. I should get to it.
Oh, I have one. This is a shout out for those of you who are true fans of Bookmark'd. Mm-hmm. The Staircase in the Woods, how there's that book coming out, and I want to read it. And I literally was thinking of our Bookmark'd episode where one of the things that we talked about was The Staircase in the Woods. And I just have always thought that story was just such, like, an interesting topic for either a movie or a book. So I really like that somebody's writing, like, a full-on book about it.
Yeah, as soon as you said that name, I thought about the little conspiracy thing. So that's spooky. I probably won't read it, but I hope it's spooky enough for you.
I hope so too. I think I might get into horror in the summertime, but we're talking about springtime right now.
That's crazy stuff. No one says is horror in the summer.
Nuh-uh, Summerween. That's like a whole entire thing. People watch scary movies and stuff.
I'm not in that community.
I love a summer slasher vibe. So I would love, like, books like that if anybody wants to recommend them.
Someone's got to have a recommendation.
I know one of y'all watching has one. Maybe not.
I want to read. Okay, I saw this in Barnes. I saw the cover of it, and I was like, that's an interesting cover. And it's historical fiction. Hold on, we're looking up on Goodreads. It's called The Woman in the Wallpaper. And it looked really interesting. And it's about... Hold on. Don't remember. Okay, it takes place during the French Revolution. And it says... Oh, it's a historical thriller. That's interesting. Okay. 2 sisters, uprooted by their father's death, begin working at a wallpaper factory. And they notice something chilling. A recurring figure in the wallpaper. A woman whose tragic history may now be repeating itself. And it says... They settle in a quiet village near Paris, but life at the factory is far from peaceful. At the heart of the wallpaper's idyllic vignettes hold on. One of the sisters finds herself drawn to the son of the factory worker, or the factory owner, and it says unsettling parallels emerge between her life and the tragic events depicted in the wallpaper. I don't know. I think it sounds interesting.
That sounds very interesting. I like plots that are different.
Yeah, it
And
just
that seems very different.
One of those books that I just looked at Barnes, and I was like, I'm going to add this to my mental TBR, and maybe I'll read it soon, because I want to read it a little bit more historical fiction type.
Yeah.
So I added that one.
I think I have, like, one more to share, and that is You Between the Lines, because I've been seeing this compared to Beach Read, but I think it was their dynamic, though. Like, not the story, actually, but, like, their rivals in college, and maybe they were rivals in high school as well, but they're rivals in college, and they're both in the same poetry class, but he, like, can't stop writing poetry about her.
Okay, and maybe I have to read this, too.
Okay, and what if I read it?
The poetry part is, like, it's not like he's just, like, writing about her. Like, he's writing beautiful words.
Poetry.
Yeah. Get you a man that can write poetry about you. I have one more I'll add. This one I got recommended after... I don't remember which book I was talking about that I said I really liked. It might have been The Favorites, but not for, like, the plot of it, more just, like, the messy characters and, like, the toxic whatever. And someone recommended this book to me, and it's called May Luna by Kelly McNeil. And you actually might be interested in it because it's about a band. And it says a legendary band, an iconic lead singer, and their mysterious connection to a woman whose love helped create the music of a generation. It says Carter Wills was the lead singer of the English rock band May Luna, securing his place among music legends in the 1990s. His tortured heart lyrics struck a chord, and so did his secret connection to a woman whose love changed all their lives. Who was she? Evie Waters, two grown children discover an iconic photo in an old magazine of a mystery girl with their mother. It all started in a wistful time and place for Evie her 25th summer. A young columnist forging her career, a backstage euphoria, a long-shot interview, and an almost cosmic connection with an enigmatic musician on the rise. What happened between them is a hidden story no one, not even Evie's family, knows until now. Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
So, I have added that to my list of books I'd like to read soon.
I would love to know what you think of that. My camera is so hot.
Oh no. Is it in the sun?
Why?
Maybe it's just the battery running made it hot.
Oh my gosh.
Well, whoever recommended that one to me, thank you.
Good job.
I'm gonna read that. Thank you. Good job.
Everybody
clap. That's all I have for right now. Hopefully we can get to all of these. We'll let you know once we do our summer TBR.
I feel like summer TBR starts at the beginning of June. I know. Some people are like,
totally agree.
Some people are like, June is still spring. I get that.
I usually say, like, my birthday's middle of June, and technically it's still spring, but, like, to me, my birthday, I'm a summer birthday.
I guess, like, no, definitely. Literally, even though they say, and I'm like, no, that's definitely summer birthday, but to me, it's like, the weather is so hot in June for anywhere I've ever been. So
yeah,
it's
we're going by weather here. We're not going by dates.
Like, to me, I don't get spring feelings and vibes in June.
Mm-hmm. That's why winter feels so long, because the weather is just so cold until, like, mid-spring.
Yes.
It just feels like
it is still cold
winter
right now. It's 30 degrees outside.
Yeah, it was like 40-something today. It was, like, so cold and windy. It looks spring. The trees are bloom. The flowers are all out, but it's
can't relate. All of the leaves are still dead off of all the trees here.
That's sad. It's okay. Spring will bloom soon. Well,
anyway,
that's all we got, guys.
That's all we got for today's episode.
Let us know what's on your spring TBR. If you've got any book news for us to share and talk about, anything we've missed. And I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching.
I hope you also enjoyed.
Thank you for listening, and we'll see y'all next week.
See you next Thursday. Peace, love.
See you next Thursday.
Okay, bye.
Bye.